we gonna record this or no?
Yeah, Primus is gonna record.
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all want to, go ahead.
Alright, idiots, mute.
Okay. Who's the judges again? Me, Godzilla,
You.
nothing?
Yeah.
Alright, Niotic, state your premise.
Gotta make sure that Primus is recording first.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Primus, you recording now, or are you responding?
I am. Yes.
Oh, wait, no. Okay. So like my premise is just gonna be that like Barry uses his speech or abilities to beat Tarnish, incapacitate him, etc. So that's gonna be the end of my premise.
My premise is Foul Tarnished is able to win.
Foul Tarnish. All right, so you want to start with your first one?
Emboldened by that flame of ambition. If it's fine with you, I can go with mine first since I have it ready.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my first swing con is going to be the same thing I use for Cool Geek, which is going to be my dual Anspur Rapiers that I wield, which let me get the, like, scans for those. Basically, I have swords that apply 3 different status effects, which is the first one I'm going to probably argue for. The first one I'm probably going to argue for is Scarlet Rot. Scarlet Rot basically is just like, you know what it is. It's really strong disease minute.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, here's my swords for that. They apply Scarlet Rot, Poison, and Bleed.
Alright.
Oh yeah, mute commentary, by the way.
Alright, that's the end, or you have, what, something else to post?
I mean, do you want me to, like, go into how potent it is already, or no?
Like, we go ahead and establish that, like, I already know what you're gonna argue. Scarlet Rot is so powerful that not even, like, causality can, like, cure its effects.
Oh, I was gonna take it a step beyond that, actually.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, let me get the stuff I was gonna post for that now. Oh wait, no, I already have it posted in another chat, so I don't have to worry about searching through that. Okay. So I'm just gonna copy paste all these images. I don't know the exact order, so I'm gonna have to explain it later. But yeah, I'm just gonna copy paste them real quick and then I'll explain it. Okay, then there's just one more. So Scarlet Rot, like it's unable to be cured by Golden Order fundamentalism, like you said, where like causality and regression can't cure it. But then it's also taken a step above because the unalloyed gold that Mikola then attempts to use afterwards, which is even better and can like impede on the meddling of even outer gods, which I can also post this. Outer gods are literally like living sentient concepts. And like it can't even cure it, it just forestalls it. And I can even get further back up for just only forestalling it. When you use it for to like on Millicent, it doesn't cure her and she still just like dies later on.
Okay. I mean, I'll accept all of that.
Okay. Do you have like a way to resist it, or you just have like something else?
Yeah, I don't have a direct counter. So I'm just gonna say that the flash is going to, whenever your character is gonna slash at him with his sword, the flash is gonna vibrate his molecules. And what this allows him to do is he's gonna be in a different dimension. So whenever the flash phases, right? He's not just like loosening his molecules like some people might think to like go through another like go through like a solid object. He's sitting he's vibrating to another dimension, so he's on another plane while he's like still kind of on Earth. Like I'll post the scans. It'll be easier to show you.
Okay.
So, for example, when somebody like messed up his vibrational frequency, so he couldn't quite control it, he states that, "Oh, too late. My fist has gone out of this world. Can't touch him. There goes my other fist as well. Oh, I've got to throw this punch slowly. Try to keep my fist in this dimension, not let it get vibrated out." and I can like post other scans as well. Like for example, that's how the Flash went. That's how the Flash can like go to other Earths in a multiverse because he vibrates his molecules at a different vibrational frequency, and he attunes it to another dimensions, and he's able to
Would this
go there physically.
okay? Would this allow him to account for, say, like conceptual interaction?
Or you won't be hitting me. You won't be hitting air. I won't be there.
Well, yeah, like it's a similar thing. There's like a character in the verse called the Formless Mother, who's one of the outer gods, where like it's not physically present. You can't ever see her, but say for instance, Mogwin can just stab into what appears to be thin air and pierce her body to access her blood, and the player
Yeah.
can do
So
the same thing.
yeah. So here's the thing, right? When the Flash is like vibrating on like these vibrational frequencies, right? The Tarnish would have to be able to know which vibrational frequency he's vibrating on, or he's going to just pass right through him because like the form is mother, like you mentioned, like you stab into air, you hit her, even though she's not physically on that plane. Well, the Flash's vibrations like put him on different planes, and if your vibrations aren't attuned to those planes as well, you just won't be able to match up and hit him. And he can
Does it make
freely
him
change.
like?
Go ahead.
Well, what I was be asking, say then, is like, say like I stab you on like a conceptual level, say for instance, like I stab at your concept. Would like he also be non-physical there?
Well, I would say that
Because like the argument I was gonna use is there's a move called I forgot the exact name of it, but it's a move you get after killing Mogwin, where you literally can like with your bare hand reach into the air and like interact with the Formless Mother, and I can get you like a statement that the outer gods are like concepts. Like for instance, the greater will is the concept of order.
yeah, it's fine if like you're reaching into the air to do that, but you have to reach into like the specific vibrational frequency that the Flash would be vibrating at to do that. You have to attune it right.
Okay, but what I'm
But yeah,
asking
like
is
I
like,
get
does
you.
it also make him non-physical on like say a conceptual like plane?
Well, I would say that like he really wouldn't need. Actually, wait. Yeah, he wouldn't really need to because you're moving on. Like, so your fist is like going to a conceptual like dimension or going to touch like a conceptual person, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much like you stab into like the Formless Mother's body is the way it's described.
Yeah, so he's moving to another dimension to do that, right?
Um, I don't know if it's necessarily moving into another dimension or just attacking at some abstract conceptual existence that's there.
Because like how I'm interpreting it,
It's not really elaborated on. All we know is that there's like a concept or the outer gods are concepts and that you can stab into the Formless Mother, and the way it's visually depicted is like you just kind of reach into the air and it like pierces into something. So it could maybe be that, but it could also be the case that like say there's just like some level of conceptual existence in the world that they can also just interact with.
like to me, it sounds like they're moving their hand to something that's like not present in their plane of reality, like just another like type of realm all entirely. Or like if you want to use a like interpretation that she's just a concept, like are you saying like she's a universal concept and she's technically everywhere?
That could be the. I'm saying what I'm saying is I'm not really sure. It could be the case. It's just not that extrapolated on.
All right, then I would say that I think it's like for me, like I
I
think it
just
would
know
be
it's
safe
like
to say that
some
like
level of conceptual interaction.
yeah, I would think it'd be safe to say that like if like she's like trying to like stab like his fist is going into something, hitting this person who's not physically there, like the Flash is like that as well, but he can still like change his vibrational frequency to something else and be attuned to an entirely different dimension. So you wouldn't be able to like attune to his vibrations to hit him as well. Your hand would just kind of move through air. Like your hand or swords would move to like the place that he's in, but it won't hurt him because like he's in another dimension.
Yeah, but I'm just asking like say I attacked him on a conceptual level, though, would like his conceptual existence also be made non-physical? Is what I'm
Well,
trying to ask. If you get what I mean.
well, isn't the what is it called? Well, like he's doing that with a physical weapon, right?
Well, yeah, it's a physical weapon, but it's like a special sacred one. And then
Yeah.
I don't really have a word to say on how he does it with his bare hands. He just seems to do it.
So
But,
the spirit's
but
able
yeah,
to like go.
it's like a special sacred sphere that like the formless mother lets interact with their body.
Yeah. So the
And then
spirit
like
is like
they
able
can
to,
also do it like with their normal attacks.
yeah. So the spirit is able to physically like it physically like touches you, or like you said before, it has the ability to like interact with concepts by physically like what is it called? Like stabbing us in the air, like you said. But
Oh,
I don't think
when
it's
you
gonna
do the
work.
conceptual attack, it's not a physical attack directly on you. So like when you use it with the spear, for instance, it's like Mogwin's phase transition attack, where he stabs into the air and then the blood creates an effect. And then
He stabs.
yeah, and then the other one you like stab into it and you have the move where like he throws the blood flame at you, which would just be the blood of the formless mother, which would also just be conceptual by her existence.
Okay. We can see what I have in just in case. Like I mean, it was like phases conceptual stuff well. But if not, like we can just move on.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just see if I can get something.
By the way, I don't know if it's the same for Niotic, but y'all still have a muted commentary from me, and I have a ping there.
Trying to get
Yeah,
outside.
you have
Oh,
mods, so
there
we
you
can't
go.
hide it from you. So I said that's why I said earlier.
Just take my
mute it.
mod for now.
Well, I can't do that. Someone else has to do that. And Niotic has admin, so I really can't do that.
I don't even.
Well, it
know what
looks like someone did. Or you can take my perm for it.
Well, I don't.
Just mute.
I don't know that the perms that give roles right now because I'm not a mod.
You guys.
Oh, we're
You guys
doing
can just-
equal. We're doing equal stats. I don't
It's
remember
in
if we
commentary and in
did we
debate.
did we
scans.
agree to equalize hex
Chris,
Niotic? I don't
added
remember.
You said for just like safe measure we could.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's probably not gonna matter like that, honestly.
Yeah, probably won't. I was just asking because Phoenix was wanting to know.
So, are we ending this?
No, I was just gonna
this
say
point?
that like you
No.
guys could just mute your commentary just in case with the mods.
No
that's why I
context.
suggest-
Oh, I'm just not clicking on it. I was just saying, like I could still see it.
Well, that's the
Like,
one
for
that
it's
go up.
mute commentary.
For
But,
this point card effect, I'm about to see if I can find something. And if
Yeah,
I can't
no,
find it, we'll just move on.
They
Yeah, I was
literally
about to say
took
that.
y'all. Okay, roll. Hold
Well,
on,
wait,
one
they give
second.
them the debating right now role if they don't have mod perms.
By the
I know,
way,
that's what-
glad so far we haven't had a debate where it's like hours of silence.
I hate that. Like, I hate that.
On God, on
maybe
God.
I'll try to keep going.
Yeah,
no,
Niotic's
I'm
just
reading
trying
the
to get
scans
one
right
thing
now.
real quick. Yeah, Niotic said he's just
Yeah,
getting
I'm
one
reading-
thing real quick, and then we can move on.
Alright, and you'll have the mute roll. Continue.
Okay. Oh yeah, there you go. Now it's gone.
Hardly be a shadow of my phone.
My phone's still a
Okay.
sped and says I have a ping, but it's gone though.
All right. So in this comic, right? Like this is a little bit weird. Like, but the very like identity of like the Flash was fading away from town because nobody in town like remembered who the Flash is, like what the Flash was. So his very identity started to like fade away, and he still kept his like identity together by just vibrating. And I think if you can vibrate like abstract things like your identity from fading away, like he would be just oh my god, vibrating his concept as well. So let me
Okay, I'll just have to see the scan and then we can proceed.
all right, I'm not gonna lie, it's not that strong of an argument, but oh well. Let me get
Yeah, if not, we can move on from this. I just have another thing I can use to like argue like we can still keep in the fight. Okay, let me skim through these. What a weird ass fucking hacks ability. I'm just saying for
Yeah,
like the first scan, this dude's kind of a monster. I don't know.
he is a monster.
You can delete your memories and it just erases you. That's powerful. He's like lame. Let me keep reading.
Creative at least.
Okay. Let me see. Never forget you, Flash. Never. Okay. I don't know how long Godzilla wants us to argue on this, but I do have like one issue with this.
Okay.
Which is like the last scan, it seems to be explaining that more so because like unless I missed a part where like he's like vibrating to do this. It seems to be that he was like with the last strains of his existence coming towards a person who would never forget him the most, and like it like made him remembered and like countered the thing rather than him using vibration.
All right. So whenever the Flash, right? This is about to be really weird. So actually, should I even argue that? It's kind of silly. I'm gonna just say it anyway. So the
Go for
flashlight.
it.
So the flashlight has like complete control over like all of like his molecules and atoms on like a subatomic level. So what I'm gonna argue, right, and I'll post scans of this as well. So I'm gonna argue that whenever the Flash is like subatomic like atoms and shit, right, it's fading away and fading apart. In the scans I'm about to post in a little bit, like he still is able to like use his atoms to like kind of like stay in an actual like body form. And I would just infer that's what he's doing here, because it makes no sense that he wouldn't be able to do that when he says a slight wind would be able to push him away. So yeah, I'm arguing like
Yeah, but
identity atoms is very weird.
yeah, but like you're gonna have to post the context for that because based on this so far, it seems more so that now because like he got negged. Also, I'm sorry about the background noise if you can hear that, but
He'll be fine.
sounds like because he got negged, and then like he came towards the person who could remember him the most. He had sort of like a type 8 reliant on her memory for that moment. Because
Yeah,
he
that's
even like
true,
points out being near her like revives him fully, and then like the further he gets away, he like starts to dissipate more again. So it doesn't seem like to be more his thing, but rather hers.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? So I'm saying that like you see that part in the scan where the Flash is like, oh, even like the slightest wind could blow me away if I'm not careful, right? And he was like,
Which one is that in? I kind of skimmed this.
So it's above the very, like, I think it's above the very last one.
Is it the first, second, or third one you posted?
It is yeah, it's the very last one where he says it right there. The very last one, the top panel, he says, even a slight wind is a threat to me, but I can't give up. I've got to keep flowing myself along.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Yeah, so because I'm arguing that Sister Flash has like control of like all of his atoms, all of his subatomic atoms, he would be able to keep his body together that way, before it gets blown away, and that's what allowed him to flow over there to that girl.
I think that's very shaky and a little weird, but I get what you're saying, but it also could just be the case that because as he's getting close to her, it's starting to become more stable.
Well,
Because like
it only became more
in the
stable
page,
when he was
even in the
near her.
panel before, well, actually no, the panel before might be the same drawing, but at least when I first glanced at it, it looked like even in the panel before, it looks like he's a bit more dissipated. then like as the panels progress, he like becomes more formed until he like revives and then moves away.
No. So if we look at like the second page, right, which is when the other guy forgot about him and stuff, right, and he has like a little bit of a form. He actually has a face and stuff. And then compared to when he's actually like walking down the street, like the dude barely even has a form. Like
Yeah,
he
that's
just
what I'm
barely.
saying. He's like, yeah, I know what you're saying. Like he's dissipating slowly, which is like seems to be the case even up to the second panel where he says the second like the wind could be a threat. But then from then on, it shows him getting closer and then like more formative.
Yeah,
So that could
yeah,
be the
that's what I'm
case
saying.
as
So
well as
like,
what I'm saying.
well, I'm saying right until like he was like really, really near her. That's when he started like actually being able to gain more of his identity. Like before that, like he was completely just dissipated. So
That's.
I don't think it was a girl like up until she was very close.
I think we can leave this point to judges if that's fine with you.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
fine.
I think we've about stated our points.
So
All right.
now, you want to leave this point the whole like
Yeah, to
uh
the judges. Yeah.
resisting
Yeah.
conceptual and body
Well, it's not
destruction,
resisting conceptual. It's just
or coming
moving.
Do I
together
have
from
this?
it?
It's
Please
just
tell me I
I'm
have
moving.
gonna
the.
So I
have
don't.
fun. I'm gonna
Please
have
tell me
fun
I have
with this
Bloodhound
shit.
step already screenshotted. Please tell me I already have Bloodhound
Fun.
step already screenshotted. If not, I'm
It's
gonna have
just
to Google it real quick.
moving. It's just vibrating and moving. So I don't even get hit by the conceptual.
Well, then you added the secondary point that if you did, you would recover because the
No,
whole like
the second.
ideas
No,
ratio thing.
no. The
No,
second.
that's not what he said. He was using this to say that he can like use his molecule vibration on an abstract thing, so it should apply to here as well.
Yeah, I'm saying that he will be able to like abstractly move his identity to a different dimension as well. It
Okay.
wouldn't be. Yeah.
Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked because that would have been a big point. If this was conceptual resistance, I would have lost this like 100% sure. Like that would have been dumb to argue.
Yeah. So by moving on, do you mean we should move on from like this entire argument entirely, or could like I bring up other win cons that could alternatively so like help me stay in with despite this?
So this was like one point of view, just like stabbing me with like your what? I'm so dumb. Wait, so this was just like this whole point was just like you said you were gonna hit me, and your retaliation was you were gonna use like Mog's weapon to hit me, right?
Yeah, because like what I was
Okay.
gonna bring up is if we can moot this point, if like this is what Godzilla means, but I want to move on. But like I was gonna bring up like since obviously you're probably gonna have to unface to fight back. Like there's a move called Bloodhound Step that's similar, where like you like move away really fast, so much so that you're pretty much non-physical or visible at all to the opponent. And then like of course in PvP people spam this all the time. You've probably seen it, and like you can beat people up who use it.
Okay, so real quick, I want to mention like, would you say that he can only like use like the conceptual stuff if he's either holding Mog's weapon or if he's barehanded?
No, because the thing is, there's also the fact that the player is able to survive these attacks, and like the physical hand being able to interact it should just apply to like most physical weapons because the players being able to like block each other's attacks and such.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so you're gonna get Bloodhound stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna post that now. If that's fine
Yeah,
with y'all.
yeah, that's fine.
Here's that. It's like stated that like it allows you to temporarily become invisible while dodging at high speed. If you want, I can get gifts of this as well. It's kind of like the flash step in Bleach thing where like Ichigo's like blitzing around Byakuya and stuff. Like it's
Hmm.
kind of similar to that where like you basically like do a similar thing to the phasing, and then like players use this in combat and then like are able to outskill each other and like just
All
hit
right, I
each
get what you're
other while
saying.
they're
You're
using
basically
it.
just saying that like when the flashlight turns like physical again, he would be able to use Bloodhound
Yeah, I
stuff.
would. No, I'm saying because players use Bloodhound Step to a similar degree, they would counter it to a similar degree as well because they would have already experienced a similar like
Well,
countermeasure.
All right, I get what you're saying. So how the Flash's phasing works whenever he uses it in combat is more so. Let me get this scan. Where is it? Um, Wait a second. Where is that? I swear I had it. Oh, here it is. I was about to get scared. All right, so whenever the flashlight goes in for a punch, like what he usually does, like he doesn't like unphase his whole body. He only unphases like his fist just for like a split second, and then just like phases again. That's
That's
how he does that. Like I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying that like he will be able to counter it. Um, but at the same time, like you have to like specifically like assuming I won, of course, like you have to specifically like aim for his fist, and even then,
yeah.
like
I have
yeah, and
something
I'm
for that because unless
yeah.
you're arguing this also amps your punch speed, my character knows techniques such as parrying, where you like parry a specific attack in a sequence of attacks. Or say, for instance, against Melania, I don't know if you've noticed this, but sometimes you're like able to clash with her to like parry her attacks, kind of.
Well, I'm not
There's
saying the
stuff
flash
like
is gonna
that
punch
where
you.
like, yeah, I'm just saying,
Like
like, if he only dematerializes, like, say, his fist to attack, though, my character should be precise enough in combat to, like, aim for that region and, like, try to counter there.
okay, so I'm gonna like I'm not arguing. I know what you're saying, right? But I am gonna like argue he does like something different, and instead of like punching you, he's going to like push you. And whenever the flash is able to like move his own vibrational frequency. And if he touches another person while he's using his vibrational frequency, they also like phase through stuff as well. And he uses this to basically like fuse your molecules with like the ground or wall or like other surroundings. So let me just show you that. So I'm saying that if he touches you like at all, it would send your whole body. It would like mess up your whole vibrational frequency of your body, and you would phase through the ground, and then your head would be poking out the ground like a Looney Tunes character.
Um, okay, that's fine. I have a counter for that. Outside
Okay.
of just like, of course, like as you know, like I can just like try to dodge it or evade it and that shit, as the Dark Souls players do. There's a I don't know if you know this, but like it's something you get from the very start of the game. There's an item you use that lets you return to the last grace you've visited. And it pretty much is just like you get a respawn effect where you just kill yourself in cases, stuff like that. I'm guessing because like it's pretty much you lose all your souls and stuff, but you get
It's
sent
all
back
like
to
a
your last
mandatory.
grace. It's something like that. I'll have to find the name of it again. Hold on,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I'm gonna try to open up Elden Ring real quick, and then I'll just screenshot it real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
Oh, is
pretty
this
much just
like a rune or ability?
it's an item I have that pretty much just respawns me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
I'll see what
it's
he's
pretty much
talking.
it's pretty much a self-induced death screen.
So you're gonna argue that like he kills himself by using this item,
Well, no,
basically.
it doesn't necessarily kill me. What it'll do is it'll just like send me back to my last grace while dropping all my runes.
All
So
right.
it's essentially the same thing. It's essentially the same thing as if I were to be killed, but I don't die.
All right. I'll see how it works before I counter.
Yeah, it's kind of like fast travel too. Oh wait, I forgot I'm not signed into Steam. Good job, me. Okay, there we go. Now it's starting up. Yeah, it shouldn't take me more than like 5 or so minutes. Because like all I have to do is wait for the game boot up. I'll just grab the item real quick and screenshot it.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Now it's opening up. could see a cat in my neighbor's window. I got distracted. Whoa, stream Elden Ring to your friends? I really just blitzed the entire start menu. Didn't even get to the load screen.
That's funny.
Alright, here, let me screenshot it real quick and then I'll send it. Oh, here it is. It's called Memory of Grace. Basically, it just loads all runes, return the last site of Lost Grace. This is pretty much just the same thing as when you die in the game, but like you don't kill yourself. Here's a screenshot for that. Also, look at
Dang,
that
so,
flex. Look at my flex. 99 rune shards.
yeah, I see it. That is.
That's from PvP too. I be folding people.
Dang, it's such a shame that since it says revisit the last side of grace, and we're in a neutral universe, you would just be going back to your universe. Very unfortunate.
No, neutral universe means they exist in the universe. Nice tripping on your own words.
Nah.
Nope, you shot your own foot trying to shoot my foot.
All right.
I don't know how you did it, but you did.
Nah. So you're basically just saying you would just go back to your last grace and we would just start again, right?
Yeah, I can just basically teleport myself back to a restart position.
All right, you want to move on to your next one, Condon, assuming that happens? So I still have something.
Yeah, sure. Another thing I could do is have a move called Law of Causality, where essentially I enshroud myself in a bubble of causality, and if you try to attack me, it'll just passively retaliate.
Okay.
So essentially, I could just use causality itself to attack you passively, even if, like, say you were to try to like fight me evasively, like you posted above. I wouldn't even have to aim with this one. It would just be like an AOE blast.
Okay.
Which, here, let me get that. Oh wait, I already posted it above. Yeah, but I'll repost it.
All right, so I punch you, AOE blast happens.
Yeah, I punch you and an AOE blast happens, and if we want to scale it off of Gideon and Ofnir, he can kind of one-shot the player with it. But I'm not sure how well it scales in PvP. I don't use it.
All right. So what I would argue here is that because of the flash's like reflexes, the instant that like the explosion happens, he's going to just like phase again. So I actually post something very similar that happened to him. Where is it? I think it's this one. Alright, so I'm getting the scans, but I'll explain a little bit beforehand. So when the Flash was on this like cosmic treadmill and he was running, Professor Zoom like rigged it so that it would explode and catch him off guard. But because of like his super reflexes, what he did was he moved his atoms to the past, present, and future, and then he like reassembled them. So let me just get that.
Okay. Sorry, I had to like double take on it because I was half paying attention at first.
It's fine. Ooh, don't want to post that. It's my other one.
Uh-oh. About to spoil the debate. Let me prep 5 seconds in advance.
All right, so like you see there, like he was running his cosmic track, and it exploded, and I think I posted all the scans. Yeah, and he was like, I can instantaneously disperse my molecules myself, a hundredth of a second before a bomb blows me apart. So he moved like all of his molecules past and into the future, and then he reassembled them back.
I so this is gonna be a bit of a weird argument since you've been making them. Since my attack is using causality itself, what if I were to argue it goes beyond like even an amount of time for reaction, since like it's using cause and effect itself to attack you as a law?
Like you described it as like, well, that is true, right? Like it is a cause and effect. The cause is me like punching you. The effect is like the attack going off. But the way you describe
I mean,
it,
if you want to be reductive,
instantaneously.
sure.
Well, that's how you
like,
describe it. I don't know.
no, you're being really reductive, but okay.
No, I'm not. Look, that's just
No.
what causality is. Like, look, there's just a finite amount of time before the explosion goes off.
You're a spurg. But no,
You're
yeah.
spurging up. Get back to it.
No, I'm gonna keep spurging. Anyways, yeah, I would just say
Ben,
because of the like. Okay, so basically, what I'm arguing is like since my attack is invoking the very law of causality to retaliate, even if you could like react to a bomb exploding in a hundredth of a second of effect, I don't know if that would necessarily apply to like the law of cause and effect smacking at you similarly.
Oh, I'm saying that there's going to be a amount of time before the what is called before the effect even begins. Oh, it's just like just instantaneously, like literal, like the second you hit it, the ability goes off.
I mean, that's kind of how it works. It's like after you hit them, the attack just passively activates. You don't have to do anything after you cast it.
You have a YouTube? Because I've actually never seen somebody use it. You have a YouTube video like somebody showcasing the attack?
I'll see if I can find one. I don't have any GIFs of me using it either, because the only time I've seen it be used is when I fought Gideon and like I beat his ass. So he didn't even really get to do it that much. Like the one time he used it on my mimic and like nearly like one tapped it, and then I just killed him before he could try it again.
Okay.
Okay, this one says spell location and demonstration, so hopefully it has it. Oh yeah, here we go. Here, I'll get the video and then let me find the timestamp where it triggers. Go to like, I posted the timestamps from 143. Like he's getting jumped and then it just like blasts all of them.
All right.
fucking gulping.
I was dead. Dude, I was, bro, I was,
that was like actually like the loudest drinking I've ever heard in my entire life.
I was dead. I was dead.
Way louder. You can't even say.
I was dead ass about to post that. I was about to post that video of SpongeBob pulled up a giant ass lemonade. This is an immense thirst.
Who did that?
Oh my god.
But no, continue though, Nionic.
All right. Yeah, so as it looks like in the video when he's like activated, like there is like I don't know if he's doing that intentionally or that's just or you have to like reach a certain threshold to use it. Like, do you know like
oh yeah, the in-game threshold is just after you get hit 5 times after you like cast it.
Alright, well, I am arguing that like all he's doing is just like pushing you. So he won't really have the chance to be able to activate it.
I would say pushing similarly counts as an attack, especially if you're like
Yeah, but
running
if you
up and
need solid
shoving me with
attacks,
your
I'm not.
hands. If you
Yeah,
run up
I'm
and
not
shove me with your
pushing
hands, I
back.
would say would attack. That would count as an attack because like there
Yeah,
are
it does
characters
count.
who like use wind blasts even that count as attack.
Well, yeah, I'm saying it counts as an attack, but I'm saying that he's not like 5 pushes to like do it. Just one good push.
Yeah, but like, well, assuming like the like because we were doing this point, assuming like the last thing went fine. Like
Yeah.
I was using this as like a follow up to that because that one like wouldn't just like one shot me out of the fight and like I would come back.
You said that one wouldn't one. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would like bring you back. Okay, so are you saying that like somehow we would repeat this like 5 times and that would happen?
That could be the case. Either that or whatever attacks you throw at me.
So I would say that like after this point, then right, if the flashlight sees you coming back, he wouldn't like try to phase you again. He would clap his hands and um like jokingly like applaud you for coming back, right? So when the flashlight claps, when the flashlight
Bravo!
claps
And
his
then my
hands,
character claps back.
nah, my character's gonna clap yours. So whenever the
No.
flash,
What I'm saying is like if you were like to applaud me or some shit, my character would just emote back.
that would be pretty funny. So when the flash claps his hands, right, he starts releasing like these sound waves that like have this AOE radius, and as you can see, it's like literally messing up everything in the background. And I would say that like he's gonna like knock you out with this attack.
Like it's like a sound wave AOE type thing.
Yeah.
I would say I would dodge it similarly to how I do with Godfrey's AOEs when he like stomps and creates like shockwaves and stuff.
Are you about to argue iframes?
What?
I said, are you about to argue like the rolling iframes?
Yeah, like in the fight, you're supposed to dodge his attacks, and he literally hits you with like across the map AOE shockwaves. What do you like? Of course, the dodge roll dodges it.
I beat him without him doing that, so that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's cool for you, but in my world, which is also canon, I did dodge that, so that's fine.
Sounds like your character is just fodder and couldn't beat him before he did it. It's very unfortunate.
Nope, my character was having fun.
But in all seriousness, though, I would just argue that like even if you do argue that iframes with like him rolling, their flash is gonna keep clapping, and he's gonna keep clapping, and the sound is still gonna be like I don't know the right word for it, rebuvating. I think that's the word, like through the air. So once you come out of your iframes, like he's still gonna catch your character.
That's fine. I can use like dodging methods faster than just the roll, where people try similar things. Like Bloodhound step works or stuff like that. Like you can dodge moves like Elden Stars, for instance, like that the Elden Beast uses, which you can't normally dodge with dodge rolls and jumping and that type of stuff.
So I
like
would just
even if that, I could use something like a Bloodhound step to effectively dodge, anyways.
Well, even if you're like coming back and like the flashlight starts like just clapping his hands, like even if you use Bloodhound step, there's still going to be a part of that when you're still vulnerable. Even if you do spam it, there's still going to be a split second between the delay time and you using it. So I would just say that the flash would still catch you in the attack regardless.
And it like what will do damage?
It would knock you out. Like that's going to mess up your brain.
Oh, it's gonna mess up my brain. That's fine. My character can. My character mid-fight can take their brain exploding, so that's not gonna really matter. If you want, I can get you like madness being applied. You literally have like your brain exploded and frenzy flames shoot out of your eyes, like, and you just get back up.
It's more so not like the pain that's gonna knock you out. So I don't know if you know this, right? But like when you're overloaded with like sound, like your brain just like auto like not deletes it, but auto like shuts down. Like that's more so what I'm arguing.
Yeah, but I'm saying if like the madness of the frenzy flame, like destroying your brain entirely, is not enough to incapacitate me, just sending shockwaves at it probably wouldn't.
All right, that's fair. All right, so you have any more win cons? Because I can see on that.
Okay, I'll see if I have another one that's worthwhile.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna waste your time with like, I'm gonna throw a lightning bolt at you, Barry.
Oh my goodness.
So anyways, I'm
What?
using Flame of the Fell gun. Let me stop. So
Oh my
I guess something I could post that could like counter.
idiots.
Okay, I'm getting back to topic. Something I could use to like try to counter your phasing is a move called the Law of Regression, which is also part of the Golden Order fundamentalism. What it does is it like basically reverses all statuses. And while it says it only works on you, we know in lore that the player can also use it on other things via the gold mask ending. So he can just use Law of Regression to remove the phasing effect from you. If like say I won the argument earlier that like the laws can like affect you even while you're phasing. Depends on that, I guess. But yeah, that would be my
Oh yeah,
counter
that
for
does
that.
depend on that. Because I was just gonna like say, wait, how does he use it real quick?
He basically just casts a spell and it like regresses all special effects and reveals mimicry and stuff like that.
Okay.
Which
Okay,
here
I
I can,
remember
yeah, I
somebody
can,
using it. I
yeah,
remember somebody like using it on the Rider Gun statue and
yeah. That's what I was about to
yeah,
bring up for like him using it like on external things alongside just like say any effects on him.
okay, I get you. Yeah, I guess that would really depend on like the first point because I was just gonna argue, well, if I'm phasing your attack really wouldn't reach me because I would be in
Yeah,
a
so
nerve.
that would depend on the first point, but I'm just saying, like, since you're just asking if I have any win cons, I'm just saying if that one went through, this is another way I have to like counter your phasing. If not,
Alright,
it's fine. We can just go back to, or like we both similarly have stuff for skill where like we can attack in the moments where we're like not phasing.
yeah.
I have a
So
question, Isk.
Yeah.
The way you're arguing the laws of regression, not only on yourself, but can you clarify on how you would argue it against the Flash?
So basically my character would cast the spell and like his phasing ability would just be reverted and he would just be returned to his base form pretty much.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
I
here I
will
can
say,
for reference for the judges, I can post the video of him using it on the Radagon statue where like it's like a statue of Marika and the puzzle is supposed to you have to cast a spell on it and it'll return it to its original form, which is a statue of Radagon to reveal that they're the same person.
I will say, like, what is stopping the Flash from just phasing again?
Yeah, that is fair, but like I'm just saying like I could use this to regress you and then attack. So like say
Yeah,
like even if you were to try to phase again, I could just like regress you and then attack while you're regressed before you try to phase again. Like aim for that moment, for instance.
I was about to ask you, like, between the not delay time, but I know whenever you do this spell, like, you do a specific pose, it happens, and then like when and then like you're able to like move and stuff. So I will say that like in the delay time between you doing the pose and it happening, the Flash, reverting back, his reflexes would just like notify him that there's danger, and he would just phase again instantly.
I guess, but like I don't know. I feel like even if that were the case, like with our equal stats, like for general combat speed, I don't think it would be that big of a difference to where it would be fair, like unfair to say, like if I were to like run up on you and then regress you and then just like instantly go for an attack, that there could be a chance that I attack you there.
All right. I will say while you're doing the pose, like Flash could decide, like even if he is like being turned back while you're doing the pose, he could still touch you.
Um. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I said that because I have like no other win. I literally have no other win. I don't even know why I said that.
Here, let me post the link for the judges, like him using it for reference. The
Okay.
timestamp will be 135. Here's that in debates and scans. If you go to 135, it's him using it on the statue.
Okay. Do I have no more win kinds? Let me scroll up real quick. Maybe I have something in the good old honey jar that I can pull out.
If not, we can probably stop here because there's not any win cons that have come to the top of my head that
Yeah.
are that relevant here.
Like, I
Like,
guess
they're just
like
other variations of how I could try to swing on you, but like none of them are like super impressive. I guess the only thing I could post is like say like summoning a clone, but that's about it. Oh
I
wait,
could
actually,
say,
yeah, I'll just use that later. But you can continue with what you're doing. Yeah, continue.
yeah, I was about to say I could say that like if your character like decides to like swing on him again, and he knows that like you're about to like try and attack him, he could just decide to use the where are my scans at? Okay, here they are. He's about to be scared. So flashlight does have the ability to make counter vibrations, which like basically like if you're punching me, like your body's of course vibrating at a specific like vibrational frequency. Flash is able to like make an exact counter frequency vibration that can reflect that right back at you. So I could argue that you like start injuring yourself whenever like you do try and attack the Flash.
Okay.
There is another scan I have for it, but I can't find it right now.
No, it's fine. I understand it perfectly with this. Like he can like catch the vibration with the counter vibration and like send it back.
Yeah.
My counter to this would be I have a like ability called spirit summoning, and I have like a guy called Mimic Ash here, which lets me shadow clone pretty much. So
Mhm.
would he be able to use this like say you do this to me and then my mimic right behind you just like starts jumping you? Which
um.
here's that the mimic tier ashes. It takes the form of the summoner to fight alongside them, but the mimicry doesn't extend to imitating the summoner's role. They basically just spurg out. I've talked about this before. He fights like Jaren the Grey kind of. He just chads out on you.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, they like just copy your like character and all their gear and moves and stuff. So I could just basically have a second me fighting.
the Mimic Tier is like spiritual, right?
Yeah, the dude's like a ghost.
Okay, so this is going to be like a kind of a weird argument. So I'm gonna argue that the Flash is like a ring that he uses to the Flash's ring allows him to like shrink things into it and what is it called and be able to like trap them in there. I'm gonna
Wait,
argue that like his Flash's ring is gonna like suck up the spirit into it and trap it in there because it's gonna be like super small. So let me get that.
so what if I just use law of regression to dispel that?
Law of regression, would that count as a status effect?
Yeah, I would dispel the special effects.
Um, I would just absorb it again.
Okay, I would just say that while you're trying to spam that, one of us just uses a law of regression while the other fights you.
It's so nasty.
I'm sorry, but it has to be this way.
So
In the end.
Is that a
In the
concession?
end.
What did you
no,
argue for
not
the
again.
ghost again, Niotic?
He's trying to use
I
like
would
this ring that can like his ring can like shrink me and like trap me inside of it or some shit.
Yeah.
Close ring.
Yeah, and then I'm saying I can just use like the law of regression to power null it.
Okay.
Also, fuck you for that Metal Gear bag.
So no, it wasn't a concession. I'm gonna try and like see if I can like think of anything
Yeah,
else
I
to
didn't
argue.
think that was
The
like a
joke, you buffoon.
The joke? No, all I did was just say you're nasty.
Better joke?
I know you're unfunny, gorilla asses and
Oh,
fuck.
this is just the ring
You want
thing,
to start
okay.
now? Or do you want to start
Yeah.
later?
I thought this was like a counter to what I just said, so I was just like trying to read. I was like, damn, what does this do?
Start later.
That's
dumb
just some like
fuck.
sucking up stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with agreeing what the ring does. I would just use like the counters I brought up.
So your counter is just that when he does that, you would just use law regression, bring him
Yeah,
back.
me and my clone can just like spam law of regression while the other fights you to dispel the effect if you try to use it on one of us.
Well, all the Flash has to do is like really just like, and if your other characters like trying to like fight me while I'm like sucking up the other one, like I can still argue that I could still argue that like he tries to like phase, or he just not doesn't let you get close to him at all.
And he can do that while using the, or he would do that while using the ring, or would
Yeah,
he
he's
just
just
be
not
running away?
yeah, he would just be like running, kind of absorbing your character. I mean, of course, he's still gonna save phase.
Yeah, I would just say my character regresses and they try to jump you while you're doing it.
What do you mean?
So I guess we already stated on that. So unless you want to bring something up, I'm fine with moving on that one.
I
think that's a fine enough point.
All right, let's see. I have to use like a dreaded link. It's going to be very unfortunate.
Oh my god, you're cold geeking me. No.
I really
no,
didn't want to.
let me stop. Am I about to get hit with plot? Am I about to get hit with plot hacks?
Oh my gosh. Nah. I wish Silver H Berry had plot hacks.
Oh, I thought I was about to be like that kid in The Simpsons where he's like, I'm in danger.
Okay, where is it? Trying to find it.
Damn it. Now I have Metal Gear music stuck in my head. Thanks, me.
Oh, where is it? Well, it's not even a complicated win time. It's more so that the Flash is just going to like throw something at you.
Such as?
Rocks, pebbles. Here it is.
Oh,
So I'm basically gonna argue that
the pebbles have special effects?
Look, right? Wait, look. Don't worry. Just calm down,
Okay,
right?
because I'm just saying, if it's rocks, the tarnish can do the same thing. I'll pick up rocks too if we were going there.
Well, all right. So these pebbles, right? That the Flash, these pebbles that the flashlight is able to like chuck at people, right? They move at super speed as well, and they're all gonna like hit you at the same time. So you're not gonna be able to like block them out at the same time. So he's just gonna throw rocks at you with one hand and suck up your spirit in the other if you try to like use a lot of regression because you have to do the pose.
Sorry, one second.
Okay.
Yeah, here, let me post this. There's a move that's similar called Bestial Sling. You just like pick up sharp rocks and throw them at people. You can literally just dodge through them. It's not that big of a deal.
Like, well, I'm saying that if he tries to use a lot of regression pose while I'm sucking up your friend, then he would get hit by him, or he would have to quit doing.
Oh, then I would say my character's poise lets him tank it.
His poise. So you're arguing that like, oh, okay, I get what you're arguing. You're
yeah,
argue
the poise
that,
stat. Yeah, my armor gives me enough. My armor gives me enough poise to just like shrug off like lower attacks, like throwing rocks, like Bestial Sling. So even if he threw that at me, oh yeah, I'm wearing what I'm wearing is the veteran's armor and Radon's helmet.
Radon's helmet. Okay.
Yeah, I have like and I also have the talisman that boosts my poise. So yeah, I have some pretty decent poise. Let me pull up my equipment page.
Really resorting to throwing rocks. You see what you got me doing is.
I love how I'm like, okay, I'll throw rocks back.
Eric, I hate you.
Bro, it's literally Silver Age Flash. What do you expect me to do?
I expect you to fucking... I'll throw rocks, actually.
Maybe use somebody else?
Yeah, no, look, see, I even have the bull goat's talisman to raise my poise. I'm ready.
What are you talking?
Wait, what'd you say, Godzilla?
Oh, he knows exactly what I said.
Whatever you said backstage.
Another thing I could use though, Niotic, for real though.
versus Saitama.
Nah, like another thing I could use for real though is I have a item called the Flask of Wondrous Physic that has different enchantments. The one I'm using lets me just pretty much ignore an attack.
Yeah,
so I could drink that. I could drink that and then cast it, and like even if say like the poise argument doesn't work, because I could also just poise through attacks. I could also like use items that let me ignore like attacks like this and just like tank it and then cast it.
I'll just argue that Flash rolls a rock and he just shatters your flask.
My flask is invincible. It's a game mechanic. I'm kidding.
I know. I was that caught me off guard. I was like, we are doing game mechanics now. All right.
I was gonna ask, like, wait, what the fuck did it say?
Yeah, it's a game mechanic. It can't break. No, just dodge it.
Well, the whole point of that is just to like suck up your friend, keep him trapped, and keep you from using it.
But like,
so back to the poise.
But like the Flask of Physic thing, though, I don't even necessarily have to use it. I also brought the things where like I have poise, and I could also similarly dodge. This is just an additional thing I could try if I really needed to.
Yeah, so for the poise thing, right? That was kind of weird because how would you quantify the poise when
I'm pretty sure there's
like
end game.
You was hitting you?
Okay, here I'll try to see if there's a certain amount of poise damage Bestial Sling does.
Because
would you agree that they're similar attacks because it's pretty much just throwing rocks?
Yeah.
And they even talk about how it's like a very swift like incantation as well. So like I think it's pretty similar. And then
I was like saying like if somebody's equal to you and they're hitting you with rocks, like how would their poise like be quantified enough to like say, oh, I can just not flinch if that hits me?
Okay, yeah, because I know it does apply like differently from like your like normal durability. Because for example, Melania can slap half my HP away and I'll just still stand there. But that's beside the point.
I can relate with that, by the way.
Yeah. Do they not have a? This is poise damage for weapons or spells. All I know is that my poise is like just enough to tank or like all weapons in the game up to like someone two-handing it like a heavy weapon. So
okay.
But like I'm trying to find one for Bestial Sling if it has poise damage, but I'm having a bit of trouble.
Very unfortunate.
But yeah, I guess I could use that for now, unless you like have him like throwing rocks harder than say like if he were to take like Guts' sword and swing it at me. I could probably stand there and take it. Because if you want, I can post like the poise like entire like page on Elden Ring and all like the thing for it. Because like it has like a like how much the poise thresholds are, and it says 101 poise to endure a great weapon two-handed light hit. Note that some attacks in the chain might deal greater poise damage. Strong attacks cannot be endured even with 133 poise. Then 111 is to endure a great weapon two-handed like any two-handed light hit. So like it's pretty much like my character, which I post have like 101, is in the tier of like you need like big ass weapons to like make me worry about it.
Okay.
Anyways, here's my Wikipedia scan.
Just a Wikipedia scan.
Yeah, here's the poise thresholds. 101 poise to endure a great weapon two-handed light hit.
All right.
So yeah, and like great weapons, I can.
I'm thinking about like which rat argument should I use next before I go to.
Shut the fuck up. Well, if we're getting down to this level, I'm gonna throw meteors. Grr. No, let me stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out Madara. Okay, so I really am deciding which rat wing kind I should go up with next. It's gonna be very unfortunate for me. I'm gonna be very down bad. So my next win con, my final win con, is going to be that Flash is going to send the Tarnished to the real world if he touches him. So let me just get
Jesse,
that.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, what did you say?
He said he was gonna
Ew,
me to the real
Speak in the
world.
mic again. What did you say?
I
Speak
said
up.
that the Flash is going to send the Tarnished to the real world.
I'm talking after this. I don't care.
At this point, I'm just memeing, so it's fine. I'm not really worried about
Yeah,
it.
my player's just gonna make a new save and post back up.
This is an Undertale, you fag.
Yes, it is. If he's sending me
Alright,
to the real world, my real life self is making a new game.
So in DC, right? There's an Earth called Earth Prime that vibrates at like a different vibrational frequency than all of like the other Earths, right? And then on this Earth, it's said that like all of like the comic books and fictions and like the local multiverse are nothing but comic books, and heroes are nothing but fictional like people that they read about on TV and in comic books and stuff. So let me get you the scan for this. So I'm just gonna argue that the Flash is gonna send you there, and you're just gonna become like a regular person.
So, Memory of Grace, right?
Memory of Grace. Wait,
Yeah,
can you
like,
like use Memory of Grace to go from an entirely?
I
Well, that's
mean,
the thing, right? Well, here's the thing, right? Since you're in this dimension where like fiction like cannot be real, like from what is it called, from nonfiction, then your abilities won't work. That's why the Flash tried
well, I
vibrating and
mean,
it didn't work. All right, let me get this.
wait, what? You're saying my abilities don't work there?
Yeah, so I need like another scan. But basically, like when people go to this place, since it's like an actual like real place and not like a fantasy place or a fictional place, um, you just kind of get nagged. Your powers just kind of get nagged like that. So you just want me to come back. Oh my god, my Discord is spurging.
Oh, that's unfortunate for you. How
It hurt your
inconvenient
fucking
timing.
argument.
Definitely didn't take a golf club to your local power grid. Don't worry about it.
Actually, can't hear anybody. Hello? Can
I
y'all hear me
killed
now?
him.
Not
I
I'm
killed him.
up?
Are you there?
not I'm gonna delete your
Shame
scan.
on you.
I'm gonna delete your scan. Not Not You're gonna delete your Batman something. You're gonna delete your Batman scan. I mean,
Talking to a wall. He ain't
He's
here.
he's unable to vibrate out of this dimension.
he can hear me. He just.
He's
Can you hear me
literally
on the-
not
ignoring
in
you.
call.
No,
He's literally
no.
not in
He can hear
call,
me.
you idiot.
He's hearing me on the mental plane.
What the?
Chaotic.
What are you
See?
talking about,
He's
nigga?
back.
Son.
I can hear you good.
Right now.
Can you speak?
My Discord is literally moving
Alright.
at snail speeds, and I couldn't do anything, so I had to leave.
Are you good now?
I'm alright now.
Okay, so he's unable to face to another dimension, but does that mean he can't use his powers in general? Because he's still spinning pretty damn fast in that page. I don't know, man.
That's just that's like just a comment like illustrating that he's just spinning, but he's not doing it at super speeds.
Is there any other showings of him like just having no powers anymore?
Yeah, so let me get it to you.
Wait, another quick question. I'm sorry. If he can't vibrate out of his dimension, how can he vibrate to it?
So that's it, and right? Reverse. I'll post this against this as well. So reverse flash, he's something there. It's like one of those
Wait.
monkey jars, right? Where you can go in it, but once you try and go out, like you can't really come out. Actually, that wasn't reverse flash. My bad. That was like some other like monster. I don't even know what this. I don't even remember what this thing is. It was just some monster that crashed into him. He got sent there. I'll post those.
Do you know what would happen? Okay, I'm gonna wait for you to post that though before I ask this actually, because I want to like make it feel like I'm shotgunning.
Okay. So that's all he got there.
Do you know what would happen if like one of my clones were to try to regress me back?
So I would say that can it work across dimensions?
I'd argue to a degree, yeah, because like for instance, like you're able to go into like Fia and Godwin's dream, and like all your shit works there just fine. Like I'm pretty sure you can probably use a memory of Grace to leave there.
Well,
For
it's more
instance.
like
And like other stuff
Okay.
like your connection to Grace would also work inside the dream, for instance. So like say even if I were trapped there with no powers, a solution I could use is just killing myself and then respawning back at Grace.
this is gonna be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
when Boo killed himself to pull up in hell, except he didn't kill himself.
Okay. And you're saying that like his grace would still be active, right?
Yeah, I would say Grace at least. If not, I have other hacks that might as well. Like say if like I were launched there and like my clone used law of regression on me as I'm flying through, that might work.
It'll
But
be
yeah,
that,
even if not,
I would
worst
say
case
the grace
scenario.
I
Yeah,
would say
worst
grace
case scenario, I
can.
just worst case scenario, I can just kill myself and Grace back.
All right. Well, I don't really have a way to kill you, so I just have to like concede for now because that was part of my premise. So that's just how it is. Or incapacitate you.
Nyada, to be clear, do you concede on this point or on the debate?
The debate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Either way, Niotic. Either way, Niotic. Thank you. It was fun.
It was a very
It
interesting
was
debate.
fun.
I'm not gonna lie, I was very surprised.
This debate is funny. I don't know.
And
Yeah, I had to.
In the beginning, for most of the debate, y'all were throwing hands consistently, just
Yeah, that was
left,
fun.
right, and center.
Yeah,
that
I got
was
until like
fun.
around a little bit before the mimic tier was used, where I was just like, yeah, I don't really know what I can do next. So,
Bro,
I'm just
that last point, that was actually something crazy. That would make us proud.
Yeah, that one. That one, I was like, damn, this is powerful. I'm gonna.
It was literally just a
good as
I'm
hell.
gonna. I'm gonna have to kill myself.
Actually, Naotic, straight up.
I wasn't even. I wasn't even like writing on that one super hard because I actually did rap. Because Flash actually could use their super speed in that dimension, so that's just how it is.
Oh.
Oh wow! Blatantly lie.
Wait,
It would make his
Blatantly lie.
Yeah, I actually did blatantly lie.
Come on.
Wait,
Hey, you're going
hold
to this.
and that would make
wait,
even more proud.
wait,
Even
Diana.
more proud.